and I went on a party boat with her. So
No.
I've been sent images of me with the woman partying on a boat in Ibiza.
When you mentioned not being allowed in both of the shoes, it reminded me of when I was in my 20s, there's this nightclub called Infernos in Clapham. And it was a glorious place, but also it wasn't a classy establishment.
No.
That way.
Is from there, so I can't imagine it
fair
is.
enough, yeah.
Katie, can you bleep his name, but keep it in so people go, ooh, who was it? It was Dapper Laughs.
And I remember going in there with a few friends, and we were going there, and I had trainers on, and the guy that bounced at the door said, mate, you've got dirty trainers, you can't come with dirty trainers. But normally you'd be like, oh, sorry, mate, would it be all right? Something like that. But because you have no respect for Infernos, I go, fuck off, mate, it's Inferno, just let me in. He goes, no. He goes, I tell you what, go next door to McDonald's, get some lemonade, and clean your trainers with that. You can come in. I went, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to respect myself. If I did that, I can't. I'm not going to McDonald's to clean my trainers to get into Infernos.
Lemonade.
So, yeah, that's what he said. So, but not again, because we had no respect for this. We think, no, I'm coming in. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that. And he goes, well, no, you're not, mate. I'm a bouncer. I'm saying, no. I went, no, I'll just wait here. I'll just wait here until you let me in because I'm definitely getting in. And then and I just stood there, and everyone else at the queue was going, come, mate, it's Infernos. Let random people. And then eventually that bouncer went to the toilet. The other one went, just go in, mate. He's been a prick. So it didn't actually work.
You just couldn't. If you're that bouncer, his job is just to make sure you don't get in.
Yeah.
And clearly had no backbone.
Yeah.
You speaking about clubbing and partying life has made me think of a story I want to tell you boys about. Have either of you heard of the Peru 2?
Only yesterday when we were discussing it massively, so when we said we were going to bring it up on the podcast, pretend we hadn't heard of it. So no.
I wasn't there at that point because I had planned my parking badly, so I didn't hear this.
You right?
Just wait and... Okay, cut there. Take all that out,
No,
Katie.
don't get you.
Have either of you heard of the Peru...
We can stay. We're not cutting it.
Okay, anyway. So, Robbie, you haven't heard. I told Jack.
I love how quickly give up. He's like that bouncer.
Tell me
I
that.
just got into Infernos.
Well, you have to get the lemonade for your trainers.
So anyway, Robbie, the Peru 2, I'll quickly read this mini part of an article to you because, anyway, so back in August 2013, two 20-year-old women were arrested in Peru.
That would never happen. What shit urban legend? Fuck you, Reddit. Sorry.
So two
You've
women
been struggling with Reddit recently.
Yeah. Go on.
Two women were arrested in Peru's airport as they had luggage that contained £1.5 million worth of cocaine.
Also known as Rotashaw's breakfast.
Yep. Michaela, one of the girls, had been convinced to attempt to smuggle the drugs from Peru to Spain by a man that she met in Ibiza. The two girls didn't know each other long before then, but then they went on this cocaine journey. That's what it says in the article. They ended up...
Also known as Rochel's Morning. I didn't even get that joke. I'm just copying your one. I don't know what he's done.
So
it's just a meme. It's just a meme.
I don't understand it. Sorry.
They tried to fly cocaine from Peru to Spain, and they both ended up in prison for 6 years each.
Hang on, right. Hang on, because I do feel like the jokes have kind of taken away a little bit of the story.
Yes.
So, two girls
one's from Scotland, one's from Northern Ireland.
Went over to Ibiza.
Yeah, and met a man who convinced them to try and take cocaine, a lot of cocaine, from Peru to Spain. So they flew over to Peru, tried to do it, and got caught. And they ended up.
How did they get caught?
They were caught in the airport with all the drugs.
Oh man!
£1.5 million of cocaine must be quite a lot of cocaine.
How do you smuggle that?
Well, they clearly didn't.
Right.
And they both pleaded guilty to the drug smuggling, and they were sentenced to over 6 years in a notorious prison in Peru.
Oh, I imagine that's quite a bad prison as well. Just sounds bad. Don't you know what I mean? Like if you had
notorious, made it sound bad.
Yeah.
Was that quite nice there?
Notorious.
Notoriously lovely.
So as they got 6 years, they only went to prison for 3, as they obviously did good behaviour, and they got early release. And the reason I'm telling you about this is because now that they're out, the girl from Northern Ireland, I believe, Michaela was her name, has decided to go on a bit of a truth-telling story about how it all happened and how she's a better person now.
Cha-ching.
and she's got a documentary called Hi, Confessions of an Ibiza Drug Mule, which is on the BBC.
Is that spelled H-I-G-H or just H-I?
H-I-G-H. So hi.
Oh, I
Like,
don't know if it was
hi,
hi.
No,
Yeah.
Confessions of an Ibiza Drug Mule. And the reason, this sounds like a completely pointless story to the audience, but the reason I'm telling you this is because I was in Ibiza in 2013, and I went on a party boat with her. So
No.
I've been sent images of me with the woman partying on a boat in Ibiza. So it's the woman on the left and me back in the middle, and it looks like I'm in a fucking group of friends. So BBC have posted this photo, and now it looks like I was a part of this
That's brilliant.
absolutely mental story.
I'll be honest, we started talking about Peru. I thought she was putting them in guinea pigs or something like that. I thought that was going to be the link. Was that where you got the idea?
So yeah, how mental is that?
That's amazing.
It doesn't look good on me.
No.
Oh, my
we
God.
were convinced that she was a dancer, but so that photo is actually a little boat that you can pay a certain amount to go on for the day, but it allows 13 people on, and it was just me and 5 of my mates, so 6 of us, and they went, "Oh, can this group of people come on as well? And you can all do it together." I was like, "Yeah, cool," and we just drank for the day and got smashed. And she said she was a dancer, and the boys were all right. We all got on for the day. That's the only time I ever saw them.
Yeah.
When we got off that boat, never saw them again in my life. And now it turns out,
You're
a
part of
month,
a drug gang.
less than a month after that, she got caught in an airport trying to smuggle drugs.
So do you think at the point that photo was taken that she'd already agreed, like she knew about the drug smuggling, or do you reckon she was approached after that?
I don't know. It happened very quickly if it was after that, because I went for my birthday, which was July 11th. So that would have been about 3 weeks before she was caught.
Are you glad that you managed to convince people that you weren't involved in it?
Yeah.
That you didn't offer her that money?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's...
So you're going to be forever known as part of that drug gang now.
Well, I ended up trying to find the clip, and I watched it, and it is literally, whilst they're talking in the background, it just shows that
Yeah.
photo, and then it zooms in on her face in that photo, and I was like, how have they even got that photo?
That
Yeah, how have
reminds
they got that photo?
I didn't even know where that photo was.
That reminds me of my brother had a mate. I can't remember if I've told you this. My brother had a mate when he lived out in South Korea who was like quite a sort of big ginger bloke sort of thing, and he would do like acting, like extra work and that. He said because he was in Korea, he would always get cast as like the baddie in stuff because he was like this big white ginger dude. And he said apparently he'd do like photo shoots, wouldn't know what they were for and all this sort of stuff. He did this thing, and then he was walking down the street, and it was like some poster campaign warning like women about safety. There's a picture of him in an alleyway.
Oh,
And it said
no.
something like, "This is the face of a rapist." Or
What?
something like that. And he's like, "Sorry, mate, what? What does that sign say?"
What, and he didn't get briefed on the day?
No, he didn't really know what he was doing, I don't think. No, he just,
Oh,
he
my
just
word.
did some photo and then, yeah.
Wow.
It's not great, is it, if you're out on a date?
Robbie's mates with a rapist, and now he's mates with a drug smuggler.
Yep, apparently so. But
Facts.
I got away with it, so...
Both the same guy.
Wow.
We made fun out of his dad being a knob.
Yes! Now we're talking.